What if I told you that I used to be super shy with low self-esteem and no confidence? I couldn't even ask for water from a waiter. I saw conflict as like the worst thing you could possibly do, and I spent so much money on hair, makeup, nails, clothes to try and buy confidence. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey to confidence. I'm Mimi, and I help people uncover their central truth and find embodied confidence. Today, I'm going to tell you how to get permanent confidence, not the superficial temporary kind, and how I went from shy to sexy. The reason I'm making this video is to help people who used to be in my shoes. People that never believed in themselves and thought they could never be who they actually wanted to be. Who were always comparing themselves with other people, so much so that they couldn't find love for themselves. Who are always experiencing anxiety and feelings like they're not good enough. I'm sharing my story with you today to show you that you can change and that you can be as confident and sexy as you want to be. So what changed my confidence was actually teaching myself how to master something. So improving your skill in some way increases your confidence because you are able to change yourself, especially if you're able to change yourself beyond what you thought was previously possible. So basically, prove yourself wrong. So everyone has the potential to change. You just have to believe it. And that doesn't mean you need to master something tomorrow. Just start small with things that are easy to accomplish for you today. If you want easy to do tips to improve your confidence, sign up for my newsletter here. So the skill that I decided to master was pole dancing. And before pole dancing, I had no experience with sports, dance, or gymnastics. In fact, I was really horrible at sports. I tried everything from volleyball to softball to basketball to running, swimming, soccer, even martial arts. And I was always on the JV team and your token bench warmer. But that didn't stop me from trying. My arms were like these skinny little twigs before I started pole dancing. I couldn't even pull myself up halfway through a pull-up. So I went in at negative, not even at zero, but I started really small. And I started to get better and I started to gain confidence because I was getting better. Once I was able to go beyond what I thought was possible, that's when I started to gain belief in myself because all of a sudden I could actually do things and it was a great feeling. So that's when I actually started to appreciate parts of my body that I didn't like before, because even though my body didn't look the way I wanted it to look, it was able to do these amazing things. And I started to realize my body is more than how it looks. Like, who cares what my body looks like when it can do these crazy things that I never thought was possible? So once you master something, you then have a framework for how you could master other things, especially because now you have the confidence that you can actually master something and you are actually good at things. So I got rid of that idea that I needed to have a starting point in order to have hope to be good at something. Because remember, with pole dancing, I started at negative. I was really bad. Compared to the average person who was starting pole dancing, who had some sort of background in a sport, or who had some sort of upper body strength, I was like 10 steps behind everyone else. So the second thing I did was start small. It's really important to start small with goals that are easily achievable for you today. Not tomorrow, not the next week, but today. Meet yourself where you're currently at. And even if your small goal makes it seem like where you want to be is super far and there's no way accomplishing these goals can get you there, you still have to start small. And then the third thing is to trust the process. Trust that starting on these small goals will eventually get you to where you need to be or where you want to be. And so that's when the confidence switch happened for me. And today, now I'm able to make connections that I was too shy to make before. And I feel free. I feel so liberated from my own self-critic. I don't hold myself back anymore because I don't question myself. I don't second guess how I look, what I say, or what I'm doing. I am comfortable in who I am and comfortable in my body. And most of all, I believe that I can. I am not afraid of challenges anymore. So before I tell you how my sexy switch happened, I would love to hear your own experiences and strategies for overcoming insecurities in the comment section below. So maybe you're still hung up on looks, which is totally fine. This is very natural. Let me show you this video. So in this first one, I am carrying myself with an awkwardness, an insecurity, and a shyness. And now in this video, I am changing the way I feel about myself, and notice how that changes everything. This video is obviously done in one take on the same day. I look exactly the same, but how I feel about myself has completely changed how I am perceived by others. So I applied the same confidence framework to learning how to be sexy. And being sexy is something that I've only ever dreamed of being because I just didn't think I was a sexy person. But I didn't want my sexy to be performative. I wanted it to be authentic to who I was. I wanted the kind of sexy that was part of me, not something I would just like project when I wanted to project it. So the first thing I did was change my mindset about sexy because like we saw with confidence, once you start believing you can be confident, you can be confident. It's the same thing with sexy. A lot of the times, and me before, I thought sexy was this like one track. Like you had to be the Jessica Rabbit, you had to be a Playboy bunny, you had to look a certain way to be sexy. When in fact, sexy is actually a million different things. And so once you understand that sexy is not that stereotypical sexy, then you can actually move to finding your sexy. So I like to call finding your sexy uncovering your sensual truth, because sexy can often feel like it's supposed to be one way when central truth is actually finding what is good for you. So finding that connection with yourself, because that's when your sensuality and your sexy can come off authentic and unique versus mimicry or performative. And then lastly, once you're able to find that connection with yourself and be attracted to yourself, then you can practice having that connection with others. So everyone has the potential to be confident and sexy regardless of where they start. Remember, I started at negative when I was on my journey. And I love this quote: "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." Make sure to check out my other videos to help you become a sexier you. I believe in you, and I want to see you become your own muse. See you next week.